Hello, everyone, and welcome to Maximum Libertarian live right here on the YouTube. I want to first and foremost say thanks for tuning in. And if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, like and share it with your friends. That helps us out. And hopefully, this channel can grow. And I have to take, obviously, I would take responsibility. I'm going to have to make sure that I get things out more on a timely manner, and hopefully things will start rolling very soon. That being said, today's Sunday, and I thought, what do I really want to talk about today? And I know the big news going around this past week when it came to entertainment was good old Neil Young. He wanted to have all of his music removed from Spotify unless they got rid of Joe Rogan, who pulls in 11 million people, they say, a week. And Neil Young has 4 songs that does well for Spotify, from my understanding. So with that being said, I started wondering, like, how many people actually use Spotify, and will it make a dent to them? Because Spotify, as you saw, they took Neil Young's music down, and Apple Music is now saying we're the home of Neil Young, which really isn't much to say when Neil Young's had 4 songs and is not relevant with today's market. And we'll get into it in a minute because Neil Young don't impress me. But let's get over here to some of the numbers with Spotify. It says how many artists actually make bank on Spotify. Now, as everyone knows, streaming, I don't know how artists make money when you start breaking down with Pandora or Apple Music or even with Spotify. Old artists are able to sell with their name and can sell concerts and things to that nature. That's a very true thing. But when it's a brand new act, how do they get their songs out? Because we now live in a society, and I don't know exactly when it flipped, but we used to be a society that would pay for a subscription to a magazine or a newspaper or whatever form of entertainment it is. Now we live in a society where we're saying, why isn't it free on the internet? If you can go down whatever entertainment road you want to go down. How do you make money? I don't know. If I did, I wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? And so let's go down this article. And that right here is really what you need to see. 57,000 artists account for 90% of the streams. According to Spotify, there are 8 million artists on the platform who released a total of 1.8 million albums, including singles. They make up for aforementioned 22 million tracks. But out of the 8 million artists, only 57,000 are responsible for 90% of all streams on Spotify. That may sound like a small number, but it's 4 times as many as it was 6 years ago. Spotify projects the number will go up to 100,000 by 2023. Now, that being said, come on. More people are going to start using Spotify or these other streaming services to listen to their music. So that's not really that big of a shock that it's going to go up. But still, let's be honest. 57,000 people being the account for 90% of the streams. It's really strange, you know what I'm saying? So when an artist sits here and says, "Hey, take my stuff down," are you really making are you really making any type of noise? Yeah, I get it. Neil Young's making noise because he's being propped up by CNN, a lot of the corporate media, NBC, those like that. But Neil Young was also the guy who supported Bernie Sanders in 2016. He says he's now an independent, but when I looked it up, CBS News showed that Mr. Young supported Joe Biden for president. And as you can see, we had Barack Obama and we really need him now. Young sings, the man who stood behind him has to take his place somehow. All right, so Neil Young has zero brains when it comes to politics because he's supporting a guy who, Barack Obama was one of the, he did a lot of drone strikes. He got behind the wheel of the car that George W. Bush was driving. He stepped on the gas pedal. He kept up the wars in Afghanistan. He took Libya, which, was a little crazy already, but, he dismantled it, left it even wilder. Egypt made it wilder. And, he assassinated, I believe it was 2 American citizens, which is against the law. But hey, let's just pretend that never happened because he's Barack Hussein Obama. And, he's got Uncle Joe behind him. And, no one messes with Joe. Correct. Joe Biden was also, I always like this one too. Joe Biden, he worried in 1977 that certain desegregation policies would cause his children to grow up in a racial jungle. Wonderful Joe. Uncle Joe, huh? Thank you, Joe Biden. And, but that's what I really wanted to talk about today was just how the Spotify streams, only 57,000 people make up 90% of the streams from Spotify. I think that's a really amazing number. I think people should be aware of it. Neil Young isn't that good either. But he's not in my age demographic, I guess. I'm 46. He's an old man. Who cares? Well, my friends, that's all I wanted to talk about today because I wanted to put something out. I think it's an interesting topic. You can find the articles I just showed you on our Twitter page. So follow us on Twitter at WeAreMaxLib. Okay. Comment below. Click the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Do so much to help us out, and we'll see you tomorrow.